afternoon, Soul Family and those watching, and anyone who wants to become the Soul Family. Okay, I get that many questions that I've decided to do something called, wait for it, I've been busy playing with my new toys, so just wait for it. It's called quick fire, just in case you didn't hear it, quick fire questions, okay? So I've taken questions from the lives, okay? I went through them. Still got some to do because it takes quite a while to get back through the live, okay? So that we didn't get to, at least I don't think we got to. So without further ado, we'll have some. Yes, you're going to get fed up with this because I'm just going to play. Okay, so the quick fire questions is the first one I'm going to start with is someone asked, when will it be known in New Zealand that the shots are not good for you? I think they're known just now, but they're getting ignored because people don't tend to, they tend to try and push it away, but deep down, subconsciously, they know. But we'll see what Spirit's got to tell us, okay? When will it be known? When? So, yes, I'm shuffling, as you can see. My arms away above my head. Right, so when will it be known? Let me move this out the road. When will it be known? When will it be known? Right, so when will it be known? It's getting discussed just now. Oh, I've got to do bits. It's getting discussed just now, okay? Between couples, between families. Now it's been a case of what have we taken? What have we taken? Yes, the deceit. They're finding out they've been deceived. Finding it out. Okay, absolutely finding it out. They're being supported. They're being supported. Very much so. I see a document drop. Okay. This all started last November. The document, it started coming out last November. Okay. I'm getting September very, very strongly in this reading that's when it'll start. It'll be like a snowball effect. I'm seeing a big snowball, right? Like a snowball, and then it kind of getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Where they can't hold it back. They're trying to hold back the information just now. They're trying to hold that back. Okay, but it's not going to get held back for long. See, I've not even pulled the card out yet. So that holding it back, the information from coming out. People were disappointed, and I can imagine why, because it's not come out just now. Okay. So we'll pull another couple of cards. People have been talking in vain, right? But when will it come out? When will it come out? So they've been talking in vain, or they think they have, but it has. I would say these two have come out. Try to seep out just now. Yep, the answers you seek are coming. They are coming. I would say from now until the end of the year, they're going to start seeping out. Okay, I've tried to. So the light's shining, you know. From now, but really, I'll be surprised if it's not known since I'm trying to do this. Well, that might be better. Since by January next year, it should all be known. Should all be known, right? So that was the first one. These are quick fire. Okay, so that was the first one. So what's the next one we're going to talk about? Goes there. I think we were going to talk about the conspiracies that we kind of wondered about. So what was it? Is the Earth flat? This is so controversial. It is so controversial. I'll be interested to see the answers, even in the comments, because it's so, it's a controversial subject, so it is. This has just turned my whole belief system in its head. I shouldn't laugh, it's not even a slice bit funny. Is it round? Is it flat? The answer is yes. To some. To some. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. I don't think it's going to answer. To some it is, and to some it's not. It's what you believe yourself. It's what you believe yourself it to be. Do you know? I'm getting that it will be. It'll be distinctly known. It'll be distinctly known soon. I'm waiting the Globe coming out to tell me, and it's not come out yet. See, it does cause controversy, and people always start fighting. It's your belief, your belief. But I have to say, it said yes. It said it was flat. I'm looking to see. I'm giving it another chance to see if the Globe comes out. The one holding the Globe. Is he coming out? Oh, hey, he's about 4. Give it. We'll get what? A 1 in 4 chance? I don't know. I'm never betting, so I don't know. Still not out. It's saying whatever you believe. You've got your own beliefs. Whatever you believe. Still not come out. It causes havoc, this question. See, I think this is my own belief that it's round. It's a planet. The Globe didn't come out though. Right, so what is it then? It's your perception. So it didn't really answer it, just, so you can't say. It's your perception of it, your own perception, what you perceive it to be. That in itself is quite an answer. That in itself is quite an answer. I mean, and I tried to see if the guy with the Globe would come out, and they never. He still never came out. So it's what you perceive it to be. If you perceive it to be flat, it'll be flat. If you perceive it to be round, it'll be round. If you perceive it to be a planet, it'll be a planet. That was quite not even what I was expecting. Not even what I was expecting. Who else was I going to do? Right, The next one is, will the mask mandate be dropped in New Zealand? Will the mask mandate be dropped? I mean, it's usually your Tartan Tyrant. Your Tartan Tyrant held on that mask mandate for as long as she could. Oh, look what's come out now! Wow. Right, so the mask mandate in New Zealand lifts soon. I'm getting there is still support for it. And I get that from certain people in New Zealand are still supporting this. A strong man's putting pressure. This is somebody in the government's putting pressure for these to go. Putting pressure on, the government to stop the mandates. It will be dropped soon. It will be. I mean, how can she continue to justify it? How can she continue to justify this? I'm getting people have just stopped wearing them. They'll just stop wearing them. It's like it's going to be the same as where it was in Scotland. You've got people who say, I'm still going to wear my mask until nobody's wearing theirs, and then they don't wear theirs either. So the resolve to keep going and keeping, doing what they think's best goes quite soon after they can't fall into that. No, they're the only ones they're the only ones still wearing it, so they're not the majority anymore. They're in the minority. That's what happens in Scotland. I'm hearing something about 4 weeks. Something in 4 weeks. Something to do with the masks in 4 weeks. In Parliament, the against is more kind of than the for. Okay, because it's balancing like that. That's the card that came out. Okay, so there's a who's it 60-40 split. So after 4 weeks, you should be hearing. I'm getting it will start lifting pretty soon. Pretty soon. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a balance I try to get. A balance. It's a 60-40 split. Whereas if they went in and kind of voted on it, the government would lose the vote. That's what I'm getting in the mandates for the masks. Okay, so that's that one done. So the next one. Right, so the next one is staying with New Zealand. Is it true the number of people have had the vax? Media says 90%. So really what we're asking is 90% of New Zealand had the pricks. Do you know I've looked on the card and I'm getting very, very strong from spirit? No, it's not true at all. It's not true. It's the perception. It's the perception. It's what they're trying to get you to perceive. That everybody's fell into line and they haven't. They haven't at all. Government are disappointed. They're disappointed. The amount of manipulation and brainwashing that's going on is it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. No. Do you know who stood up? The young. The young. When it came to the young, it was a no. I'm getting about 60%, maybe 60%. But it's not a case of taking them all. It's like a certain percentage took one, a certain percentage is taking two, and they're trying to keep this under wraps because they really don't want the real percentage out. Yep, definitely. This is my card I use for these crazies, you know. Definitely try to keep it up under lock and key. I'm getting not even 50%. Not even 50% of taking them all. But it's what they're trying to get you to perceive. It's so that the government looks strong. Looks strong. This is going to come to light as well. This is going to come to light too. You know? It's going to come to light as well. See, and even the belief, see, even the media, see, that's the only thing I don't like about this because I'm literally at the window. The media's hold on the people's dissipating, so it's getting less and less and less. They've not even got that either. And they're trying to keep a hold. And the last one is the food shortages for today. So the quick questions and the quick updates. Are the food shortages being manipulated? Definitely. But we'll see what Spirit says. But definitely, food plant processing plants are going up in flames. You hear of one every single week, sometimes every single day. This is how crazy these people are. One, please. Thank you. This is to stress people out. They want people to worry so that they'll come in with a solution. Problem, reaction, solution. This is deliberate. To cover the wee bits. Okay. This is deliberate that they're doing this. Deliberately putting it out there. Fear mongering. I'm seeing there'll be plenty. I see some shortages of some things, but not others. Not as in the way that they're trying to portray it, as in everything's empty. There's going to be a new way of doing things, a new way of preserving food, a new way, but this is coming from the people. This is going to backfire big time, absolutely big time, because instead of the people being reliant on them, the people are going to be self-sufficient because they're never going to get to a point where a government can control again. And it'll be, don't come after my children. My children are not going to go hungry because of you. Somebody's going to step in. I can see military stepping in right away. Stepping in. They've not got the military on their side. They think they have, but they've not. And the last one, a very, very strong man stepping in. Somebody's going to send in the military, and at first it's going to be a moment, but then you'll realise that they're there to help the people. That's what came through strongly when I read on the food shortages. When I read on that, okay. So just I'll be kind of clarifier for this one. It's a case of it's saying you are good enough. It's like you know your own strengths. The one thing that they fear is the people, but the people don't seem to realise that. That's a biggest fear. If people, it's like the analogy of all them around like a table, all these, psychos are around the table. And they've got all the people underneath this table all cowering down. And if you stand up, what happens to the table? The table folds and they've got nothing. It's to get from cowering under a table to standing up as one in unison. As one in unison, okay? So that was that. That was the quick questions, okay, for today. I'm going to try and do these every day, okay? So get your questions in. I have put up another email. In fact, I've got it here, right? Okay, so hold on a wee second. The email for the questions to come in, because you're coming through in the booking line, and when it was one or two questions, it was great and I could keep up. But it's loads and loads of questions, and they're getting lost when the booking line comes in. So, because obviously people who book for private reasons get priority, and I don't want to ignore questions because they're just as valid as well. So, just let me see. Mail.com for your questions, okay? So, another thing I want to do is maybe even go through the news coming out, as in, because there was news I seen it was a wee while ago, was the mandates were unlawful for the military and this is for New Zealand, this is my sole family in New Zealand, right? So they were unlawful for, this is the media side of me coming out, right? So they were unlawful for the military and the police. So if they were unlawful for the military and the police, why are they not unlawful for the public? Why are they not unlawful for the medical profession? If it's unlawful, it's unlawful. And it's to get people from thinking of, okay, it's just no, it's unlawful. It's unlawful. So anyway, that was the quick questions for today. Quick questions coming in on dearsoulfamily@gmail.com. So get them in, and I'm going to try and do these wee quick updates every day. Wee quick updates, it's nearly half an hour long. I mean, geez, you know what I'm like. But at least we got about 5 in. I've got Ozzy Kozak coming. Well, obviously not him because he's in jail, but I've got a reading on Ozzy coming for you. Okay, I think it's Australia. So that's coming later on. Okay, so I want to get this up just now. So anyway, you've been watching the Third Eye Tarot with me, Karen Kate. I'll be back tomorrow night at 11 o'clock live. Okay, live. 11 o'clock, everyone, my time. So get your tea, your coffee, your breakfast, whatever your preference. And if you want to get your hair dyed, brilliant. I'd love to know how your hair turned out. Oh, that would be good. Anyway, so I'll see you tomorrow live at 11 p.m. my time, and we'll do it all again. But this is what I'm trying to do. All right. Speak soon. These are supposed to be quick questions, and I'm still here, and it's nearly half an hour. Anyway, I'll go. Bye.